Right. Hello, everyone. I think that's working now. Oh, hi there, Kim. And hello there to Ron. Hi there. Oh, that's the link if anybody wants to join. So, how are we all? See if anyone's joined. Oh, we've got two people. Got you guys in. Do got a few things I'd like to just talk about if possible. I've got my new laptop up, so see if anyone. Oh, we've got some more joiners. Hello, everyone. Oh no, Kim, that's not good. Hi there, Peter. Thanks for joining your last hour, eh? Yeah, Cheryl finishes at 1 o'clock, so I just thought, come on, have a chat. And yeah, I've got football later at 3. Henley are playing someone, so they're from Suffolk, so go down there. But it's bloody cold out. I've only just got back from Wickham. I got the 7 o'clock bus this morning because that's where she started work, and I went up to Wickham to make a video. Ended up in the western side of Wickham. God, it's rough. And then walk down into town just to kind of like film all of these barber shops, nail bars, money transfer places. It's crazy. Oh, massage parlors as well. So I'll be editing that video later on this afternoon, and I'll put that out. So that's the thing. The first thing I'd like to talk about really is the invasion has begun. After, what is it, 26 days of that we know about. It started up again early hours of this morning. We were watching TV last night, and I always like dip in and out of Marine Traffic. It's an app that you get. It's completely free. Oh, wet snow over in Canada, eh, Howard? Right, yeah. So this Marine Traffic, and I looked on it, and there earlier on in the day there was a NATO warship which had set sail from Kiel under the German flag, and it was just passing folks. And I thought, that's weird. I've not seen a NATO warship in the channel before. So obviously that's going down to the Red Sea area, just in case, shit gets real. And because if you attack a NATO member, then everybody else is obliged to jump in and defend said NATO member. So yeah, the German, it's a minesweeper, was passing folks. And so I checked marine traffic, to see if any more NATO ships were coming past, and I spotted that a search and rescue vehicle, a vessel, was out. It was out patrolling in the middle of the channel, but actually on the French side. I thought, what's SAR doing out there? I think tonight's the night. I said this show. I said tonight's the night. I bet you tomorrow morning we'll have our first batch, and sure enough, we did. It's not been reported by the Home Office that we know about figures, but the Mail picked up on it this morning. I know what you think about mainstream media, Ron. Yeah, it was interesting. I know what you think about mainstream media, but it's in the Mail, and they said it was one vessel that came across, mainly men, whatever, but they haven't actually put out their figures yet. So it will come in as today, the 13th. So it will be tomorrow when we get. That's if there's any crossings today, of course. That will all be added on to it. So it's begun. What do you think about that, guys? I mean, I know all of your comments are coming through, but yeah, thank God we had a good stretch. They didn't come on Christmas. They didn't come over Christmas period, New Year, but it's begun. But it's like I say, the moment the storms are by, and they stop, the swell goes down because you can tell by its wind speed, wave height, swell, as it goes up and down. And you can generally predict with weather forecasts these when busy days are going to be. But yesterday, that came out of the blue, really. There you go. Are they out there? Sorry, I should have checked. I didn't see earlier on. It is shocking. So here they come, the land of milk and honey. I liked what. Sorry if I can't forgive me. I can't remember your name. You commented. It said Ali Barbarian and his 40 thieves. Yeah, pretty much. And given the crisis which is unfolding, as we speak in the Red Sea, and today, I don't know if you know, but over in Taiwan, there's elections which are going ahead, and China are keeping a very close eye on it. Australia's kind of getting involved. China's been sending over balloons over into Taiwan as like a bit of a saber rattling, a kind of show of strength. So it has. We're edging ever closer towards. I really hope it doesn't happen, and especially with Biden in charge. Jeez, what have we got? Even one vessel is too much. Yeah, it is. So that's that. I'm pretty pissed off, but I have to say though, I've just been absolutely blown away by the amount of support that I've got over the past couple of weeks. I've gone from 3,700 odd subscribers to now over 4,500. That is amazing, guys. Really, thank you. That's all I can say is just thank you. I've been doing this for a while, and I mean, I don't do it for monetary gain or I don't put adverts on my videos. I'm not grifting or anything, but this is what I love to do, really, and to see it just take off like that. I'm just like, wow. So thank you, all of you. So let's just read it. Do you ever get a boat full of women? No. Hastings, hi, they said. Only been to Hastings once. We ended up in this strange pub. It's got like pirates and stuff on the walls. Thanks, Kim. So let's have a look at some of your comments here. What's Janet say? Even one vessel is too much. Yep, it's shocking. But yeah, they're still out there now. So let's have a look at this. What did they say at the? So here we go. I've got a couple of articles up here. Hello. Where is it? Yeah, there we go. It's picked up in the mail, and they say, what is it? Let's just read this down here. God. Hello, Cheryl. Stuck by my beliefs. Yeah, I have. Thanks, Pads. So what does it say here? Yeah, get back to work, Cheryl. You're not due back for another hour. What is it? The first group of migrants in 2024 arrived in Dover in the early hours of this morning. No crossing since December the 16th. Yeah. They were seen under one border force vessel. And look at that. You've got one guy who's in a wheelchair. Now, I don't know how he got that wheelchair into a rubber dinghy. It must have been a pretty sturdy dinghy. No. Another drain on the NHS, eh? So he's in a bloody wheelchair. Christ alive. Yeah, all blokes. So they're saying it's at least 20, mostly young men, were brought ashore by a border force boat. No, border fast, let's call it what it is. Bloody hell. That's one less bed, one less, and the doctors, well, they're not on strike anymore, but I mean, come on now. Let's tip. Let's have a look. Look at this. The decrease was because of cooperation with Europe, disrupting the supply chain of engine and boats, and going after the money of these people smugglers. What, said Rishi, as the government argued the figures were evidence of the UK's £480 million agreement with France to beef up efforts to stop migrants making the journey, starting to pay off, and the effectiveness of a fast track returns deal struck with Albania. No. The thing about Albania is basically they got the bill. They said, right, if you want, you're going to be paying for it. And the Albanians went, nah, take them back. We'll take them back. And the Albanians, you can come here on a passport, Albanian passport, free. Not free, obviously, you have to pay to get here, but you don't throw your passport over their nefarious crooks, thieves, scams. So let's look. Hello, Eve. Hello, Phil. And yeah, they want civil war. So it's just a joke, but it's begun. I wouldn't even like to hazard a guess how many are going to come across this summer, because we had an absolute crap summer last year. That was the only reason for the downfall compared to 2022 when it was good. Well, good sailing days, they say. So yeah, it's all begun, and that's another thing. Well, my last video that really pissed me off. So I feel like I can swear on a live chat, because you don't know who's watching your videos, whatever. But you can actually speak to you guys. But that pissed me off. Care for Calais going, please give us your money, chip in. They're freezing over here. It's like, off. It's bloody cold here. And they need, I don't know if their accounts have been audited or anything, but Care for Calais, get boop. Awful. And that went nuts as well. That video went crazy, so thanks for that. But yeah, so the invasion has begun in earnest. And it seems like, according to you, Kim, that they are currently coming across even some more. Great news. Care for Calais. Now, I know the only reason why I'm subscribed to their bloody newsletter is I don't support them at all. I think they're absolute scumbags, the whole lot of them. And have you noticed that the majority of these Care for Calais lot are all women, right? You don't see many guys there. They're all women. I've seen videos of them dancing. Now, it's also another video that did the rounds, last year. And if you've seen it, you've seen it. And it's not pleasant. It's not pretty viewing. So, yeah, thumbs up if you've seen it, or press 1. It's just, I had to bleach my eyes. It was that bad. Eek. But yeah, there's a Care for Calais lot here in oh, Kim, you've seen it. Okay, at least somebody's seen it. Pads, okay, yeah. Care for Calais work. Oh god. So yeah, no, here in Henry where Cheryl lives, they've got, oh hang on, I'm so bloody cold, that's the thing. They've got a Henry refugees group, and they had Christmas parties, right? And you should have seen all of the presents they got, shoes, and they were doing dancing and stuff, whatever. But Care for Calais were holding a bring and donate day on Thursday. I wasn't here. I came down on Friday, so I've only been here a couple of days. They had they wanted toiletries, sturdy shoes, tents, leftover unwanted Christmas presents, laptops. If you got a new laptop for Christmas, they wanted that, phones, and it was to bring to the Quakers Hall. All of these goody two-shoe, good for nothing. Yeah, I'm not even going to say it. They were here. I wish I was here on Thursday. I would have gone down and given them a piece of my mind. But yeah, they were here. And I got a letter. I wrote a letter into Henley Standard. If you've ever seen Afterlife, right? If you've seen Afterlife, you know the type of newspaper that Ricky Gervais and his lot write for. There's a what is it? If you go to henleystandard.co.uk, there was this woman. Where is it? I'm just going to type it in for you. What is it? Widow, right? Refugee. Right. Let me just have a look at this. Right. Let me read this out to you. Right. Get this title: The 77-year-old widow giving home to refugees. Right. Henley Standard. Right. Let me read it out. Come on, you stupid. I hate these local paper news websites. They've always got these stupid pop-up adverts because they're not getting any money, isn't it? Oh, for fuck's sake. Let me see if I could do it. Is that better? Let's have a right. Here we go. Right. Ready? Here we go. Right. Val Johnston lives in a small 2-bedroom house with her dog, 2 cats, and on any given night, a refugee who would otherwise be on the streets. Now, first things first, what about our own homeless? Right? What about our own homeless? First and foremost, many of whom are freezing to death on the streets, many of them who have drug, alcohol addiction issues, and many are actually dying on our streets, in cars, in doorways, in walking distance within some of these illegal hotels, or illegals in hotels. Right? Listen to this. So the 70-year-old widow from Middle Assendon hosts 1 refugee at a time for up to 2 weeks to give them time they need to apply for jobs and housing once their application for asylum has been approved. Until August, refugees granted asylum had 28 days to find a job, accommodation, and open a bank account before their housing support was withdrawn. Rubbish. Right? This is virtue signaling to the max. Listen to this. Then the government reduced the move-on period to 7 days. This is where temporary hosts like Val step in. She explains, they haven't been able to work for 2 years, so they have no money. No landlord is going to take you, as you need to have a bank account and an address for a job. How can you have a job when you haven't got an address? All these things that they need will take at least 3 weeks. Well, it was exposed like last year that many of them are Deliveroo, Just Eat. You know, they take their bags off genuine, well, not genuine, but people, British citizens that have got the right to work and rent their accounts out. I've got a little small bedroom. I'd rather they were in there and able to have a shower and something to eat. They'd be out in the cold, you know. I can get them off the street, give them a shower, a meal, and 2 weeks to get their bank account sorted and everything else set up. One of the refugees, hosted by Val, is a 28-year-old Abdul, Corsi's Abdul, who arrived in the UK in July 2020 after fleeing the war in Yemen. Now this brings me on to another point. How many of these guys that are there are Houthi? Yeah? Look at what is happening now. And it begs the question. Throw your passport in the sea, say, I'm from Yemen, I'm escaping persecution, I'm escaping the bombs and the bullets and all of this malarkey, even though, you know, Saudi Arabia has been having its hand in Yemen for years, and there was no demonstrations on the streets of London when Muslims were being absolutely butchered by other Muslims. But no, as soon as it's Israel, bosh, anti-Semitism to the max. I mean, I'm not even going to voice an opinion on it. I just think just leave well alone. Leave well alone. The Middle East has been a complete tinderbox for centuries. Anyway, let's carry on from Mr. Abdul. He says, 2 years later, he obtained UK residency and the right to remain, but was unable to find a job or a flat before he found out his supported accommodation and ended up homeless. Val met Abdul through Care for Calais in Reading. Her daughter, Sam Yonkers, is the regional lead for the charity in the Thames Valley. She recalls, I asked him, what's your address? And he said, the streets. It was a cold weekend, and I said, "Oh, I am sorry." I came away and I said to Sam, "I can't bear it. We're going back for him. Tomorrow we can go and pick him up." And that's what we did. All's well to ends well. So I sent in a little email to the editor of the Henley Standard. That's me. And where is Les? Where is it? I mean, you can. I'm surprised it was published. Basically, the letters say, I said, maybe if Val didn't want to signal her virtues, there are thousands of. I don't know. It's not there. Anyway, I basically said she's a virtue signaling, no, good for nothing, really. So yeah, that's that. So that's been what I've been up to over the past few days. Hang on, well, let's have a look at this one. Oh yeah, all right. Here's some good news. Okay, you want some good news here? Hi, Gypsy Auditor. Lovely to see you, mate. We need to meet up in Slough while I'm down here. That'd be good. Like I said earlier on in the video, I've just got back from Wickham. I'll tell you about that. I've just been on a little walkabout there for nail bars, barbers, computer and mobile phone repair shops, massage parlours. Wickham is. Oh, I'm going to edit that video later on and upload it, because that. Do you know what really opened my eyes? Like, what the hell is going on in Wickham earlier on this morning? They've got what's known as a community food hub. It's Wickham Community Food Hub. And the doors didn't open till 9. I got to Wickham about 8 o'clock. And the queue for this community food hub was like, by 10:30-ish, it was snaking round the corner. I was like, what the hell? Now, what you do at the community food hub is you can you go in, all of the food is donated or whatever, and you pick up a basket and you can fill it for like £5 or whatever. And so people were, standing there in the freezing cold. I mean, I've got poor circulation at the best of times. My hands were like icicles. And I just thought, what? This is 2024. We've got British citizens queuing up in the fucking cold, freezing their asses off for, what, pennies in their pockets, where you've got Abdul and his mates in a hotel, heating on, windows wide open, full stomachs, pocket money, phone, Wi-Fi, bikes. Yeah, bikes. And our own citizens. It makes me sick. It makes me sick. So yeah, so I'll get that video all together when later on this afternoon and get that one out. I'll be interested. Anyway, I want to just talk about this here. This is some good news. Now, for anyone who doesn't know, my mum, sadly, she passed away in March of 2022, so it'll be 2 years this March. Cancer got her, but before she sadly passed, and before the diagnosis and stuff, she used to work for Kent County Council as a social worker. And what she used to do is she used to deal with what was known or defined as unaccompanied minors. So she'd work with anyone posing to be under 18, find out where they're from, corroborate their backstory, And she was coming home from work or working from home and just getting absolutely irate, like really mad at what she was seeing, what she was witnessing. Seeing as, she's got 2 sons, me and my brother Daniel. So obviously she knows what a under 18 child, male, looks like, acts like, behaves like, all of that. So, and also she was a foster mother. She used to look after kids in care when I was growing up. So she was, very good. She was shit hot at her job. Thank you, PP. She was absolutely brilliant at her job. And what she was always calling for. She was banging her head against a brick wall with the top brass at Kent County Council, basically saying, look, come on, mate. He's got chest hair going down to his navel. He's got, you can tell he's got wisdom teeth. You know, he's got mannerisms of a bloke. He's over 18. He's definitely not 16. And she would say to the top brass, dental scan them, scan their teeth, you know, take bone scans. You know, you can find out this. And she was constantly, you know, knocked back, saying, no, we can't do it. It's against their human rights. It's against their human rights. And so she ended up just going, you know what? And she started to feel ill, and, you know, one thing led to another, and she passed away. But she said, you need to do something with him. So that's why I set up this channel, really, because being in Folkestone and she lived in Hythe, I just thought, well, I can do it. So I did. And that's the only reason why I started the channel. Anyway, here's some good news. And it made me, I just went, thank the Lord. And I just looked up and I thought, Mum, you're going to love this. You're going to bloody love this, Mum. And I'm going to read it out for you because this is a little victory here. It says, well, there are concerns, but it says Home Office plans to use dental scans on young asylum seekers. Hallelujah. If this happens, right? The Home Office is poised to start using dental x-rays to assess asylum seekers who claim to be children. But some in County Hall have raised concerns. Right? Legal changes coming into force will allow officials to carry out medical scanning to determine the claimant's age. This new scheme has been proposed by the Home Secretary, James Cleverly, who's looking for commercial operators who will conduct the x-rays. Cleverly, I don't like you, but mate, if you bring this one in, my God, you're going on my heroes list for the end of the year if this one comes through. There have been long-held concerns that the system to give refuge to young asylum seekers has been abused by adults. No shit. No shit. 40-year-old, nearly 40-year-old, was found in Ipswich in a high school, sitting his GCSEs. Can you remember that? Right. But some medical professional bodies might refuse to take part over concerns the test might be a breach of children's rights. Now, the concerns are you can't go prodding about in their mouths. You can't hold them down, physically strap them down and then whack something around to scan their wrists and their arms and all of that malarkey. Yeah, it has been going on for years. Okay, Ron, sorry. Love you, buddy. I won't be like, Cheryl finishes work at 1, so I just thought, I'm just going to have a quick rant and say hello to all of my, I'm not accepting them, Finn. I'm not. I don't want them here as much as you. I'm just saying that scan them, because the danger here is they're here, okay? Right, the danger is they are here. I want them sent back. I want them on the phone. I don't even want to pick them up. Don't even pick the buggers up. You know, they shouldn't be here. They shouldn't even have the chance, because when you're an unaccompanied minor, right, mate, what you get is they can go into kids' homes, you know, they can go to school, they can go into, if they're fostered or they go into a family's house, you know, all of that. They can join certain sports teams, you know, football, whatever. It's wrong that people that claim, you know what I mean, what I'm saying here. I don't want them here as much as you, Finn, and everybody else. I despise them. But I'm just saying, this is good news. This is absolutely welcome news. So it just says here, they might refuse to take part over concerns, right? Yeah, all right. If you come and rock up and say, I'm 16, all right then, mate, prove it. Open your mouth. No, okay, it's against your human rights, won't do it. bollocks. We should also be taking their phones off them if they're there, and their SIM cards, because many throw their SIM cards in the sea, so throw their phones in the sea and keep their SIM cards like hidden away in like their socks or their boxers or whatever. I will. Whitechapel's on the list for right. So listen to this. Kent County Council do have a legal obligation to take in all youngsters arriving on Kent's beaches or on small boats before dispersing a proportion of them to other local authorities under the controversial National Transfer Scheme. Now, this is another thing Mum was really annoyed about, is that she was overworked. Literally, she'd start at 4 o'clock in the morning and wouldn't finish till 8. But then you've got other councils, and it's like other councils are just blatantly refusing, saying no, and some were like, yeah. But the majority were up in the north they were just shipping them up north, and you wouldn't see like Devon or Dorset or Cornwall taking them. There you go. So that, guys, is a welcome development, but we'll have to see. We'll have to wait and see what happens. It said X-ray tests would focus on wisdom teeth, which generally emerge in adults between 17 and 25 to scan the development of risks. So, and also there could also be MRI scans of knees and collarbone, which reveal stages of development peculiar to children or adults. So, huzzah! But like I say, I don't want them. No one should be here, really. That's the ideal, isn't it? That's the utopia that we all want, we all need. This country is crying out for, but whenever you whenever you put your head above the parapet, or whatever, you're constantly shot down. There you go. We already chipped in when you think about it. The convenience of having it in your hand is getting stronger. Yeah. Hello, Paranormal. So yeah, that's it. Does anybody want to join the chat? The link's there. I'll put it again if anybody wants to. Well, like I say, just in for a little while. And while I'm here, I want to do Wembley, want to do Whitechapel. Hello, Paranormal. Wembley, Whitechapel, Hayes and Harlington, Ealing. These are the ones that are on the list. Ealing, what is it? Stratford, Whitechapel, definitely. Where is that one? Camberwell would be good after what happened with the Eritrea. Mile End. Yep, definitely 4x4 fella. My favourite word's to pour as well. I'm going to pin that. Yes. So, yeah. But like I say, for anybody new that's joined or haven't seen us before, hello, thank you. I can't believe it. Like 4,500. Wow. It's brilliant. So, guys, that's it from me, really. I've got to get the house sorted a little bit because I've got going to watch the football this afternoon. That's all right, Paranormal. Anyway, it's lovely to see so many of you. So, sorry for the rant, and I guess I'll let you crack on with your day. Thank you for joining, and stay tuned. As always, please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you all soon. Bye, everyone. I'll be careful. See ya.